the Kingdom of Kodiak. I'm Kodiak. With me today, Lord Demyx Trash Alhiri. Alhiri. I did it. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Before we go any farther, I noticed that in the corner for your name, Trash isn't listed.
No, it's Thrash, not Trash. It's fine.
Oh man,
it's cool.
Well,
I might change it. I don't know. Trash sounds fun.
Yeah, sorry about that. Ooh. Well, this is the last episode. Anyways, thank you so much for coming on. Let's not waste any more of your time. Let's get to the bare necessities. Sorry, Sin. Still, I would like to know how long you've been playing Amtgard.
I think I've been at Amtgard for about 5 years now, 5 or 6 years. I somewhere between there. I haven't gone to the org and seen my last sign in. I think I joined around 2015.
Okay.
So yeah, probably going on 6 years.
What brought you to Amtgard?
There was this old player named Link, who was one of my best friends from high school, who brought me out my sophomore year. And I remember driving by all the time as a kid, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. It seems like a blast. And he's like, oh, well, I do that. So he brought me out. I've been doing it ever since.
Nice. Yeah. Sounds good. Still, I would also like to know, where does your persona come from?
My persona? Like the origins of it, like where I got the idea of it?
Well, so Sir Alucard wants you to describe your persona. Silhouette wants to know where your persona comes from. And then Sarai wanted to know how your persona has developed and changed. So there's 3 questions. Why don't you give us the whole thing?
Well, I don't really, in terms of where my persona came from, I don't really have a specific thing where it came from, I guess, unless they mean a region or anything, in which case I don't know. My persona currently is I'm this sort of half human, half demon character who's kind of struggling to kind of combat this demon inside of them, kind of hold it back. So a Naruto thing. I'm sure you've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. And I guess how my persona has evolved over the years is when I first started, I was kind of just this mundane human kid. Didn't really have any sort of cool gimmicks or anything like that. Played warrior. And then over time, as again playing druid and getting more and more magic abilities, I kind of wrote in this lore in that my character kind of was thrown into this portal into some different dark realm. I came out with amnesia, got a new name, and then when I came back out, this other entity came out with me named Deoltis, and it's sort of this demon that kind of corrupted my soul. So I kind of every once in a while I put on a bunch of demonic garb and where I always have this demon tail and things like that on. Mm-hmm. So kind of just try to combine the physical aspects of that into my character.
Awesome. So I know that one of the conversations that keeps happening in Dragonspine specifically, but in Cross Amtgard, is building the RP and getting those documented. So it's awesome that you've got it. Now let's start writing those down so we have these stories to tell as we move forward. Yeah, for sure. So Demyx, what award or achievement would you say you're most proud of receiving?
Probably my current Order of the Warrior. That's what I'm striving the hardest in, at least. Whenever I get a new Order of the Warrior, I feel really proud. I feel like I've worked really hard to earn it and won a lot of tournaments for it. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I get more. But yeah, I'm only at 5 right now. One day, hope to get more.
Okay, awesome. And what would you say is your favorite class to play in battle games?
Druid, definitely Druid.
Okay, well, that's the right answer, of course. So Morgan and Sarai would both like to know, what's your favorite battle game to play?
It's a tough one. I really like salt boxes, the 3-lane kind of League of Legends map setup. Mm-hmm. I think those are really fun. I also really like King of the Hill games. I feel like I'm really strong in those ones. Generally have the most fun in those ones too.
Awesome. Okay. And Deverick would also like to know, what is your favorite weapon set to use?
Either sword and board or lately sword and crossbow. I've been really into sword and crossbow lately. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Sir Alucard's got you guys all shooting bows and whatnot now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Great.
All right. Well, those are the bare necessities. Sorry, Sin. Let's talk about the 3 questions KOK viewers have been asking since episode 1. We're at episode 86. So we've been doing these for a minute. Sir Alucard should have given Sir Glenalth a toaster via me and Calthrax. Should Sir Glenalth receive a soda maker?
Yes.
Why?
Because I think Glenalth needs some of that soda in his life. He needs the corrupting carbonation. also don't think I've ever seen him drink soda before, so that'd be new.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't drink soda. I think he would use a soda maker to make soda bread.
Probably.
But okay, it's out there. Still would like to know who's the best bear.
Who's the best bear?
Yeah.
Probably Yogi Bear.
Oh, I see.
I don't know a lot of bears.
Well, sorry, Bears. No points for given this week. Demyx has not chosen any of us. Freya would like to know, our new regent Freya would like to know, why are bears so overrated?
I don't know. I didn't even know that bears were overrated.
I didn't know either.
I probably just like the animal. I'd assume it's because they're really like cuddly looking, but probably shouldn't ever cuddle with them or really like maul you.
I don't know if we're still talking about just the animal there, but Demyx, Jagerspine, the kingdom is trying to get a mobile pool and or jacuzzi. What's your thoughts on that?
I'd be all for that. I'd really be into a jacuzzi.
Okay. And how would you fund a mobile pool and or jacuzzi?
Probably if people wanted it, like people are on board, probably do a small fee to kind of pitch into it. So that way it's like, hey, you want this jacuzzi? Give us some money if you really want this jacuzzi, like however much like would be needed per person to afford that, I suppose.
Okay. So split it across the entire populace.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, those are the questions we've been asking, or KOK viewers have been asking since episode 1. Let's get into your content here, but we're going to start with a new favorite. Demyx, what's your weirdest flex?
My weirdest flex? Probably, that's a tough one. I don't know. Probably the fact that I do use like sword and crossbow. I've never seen anyone else use it, so I guess that's a flex.
Okay, fantastic. We kept this question in, of course, because it has a bear pun, and why not? Are you the torchbearer of any particular skills?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Nothing at all?
No. I guess maybe I used to do spear and board a while ago, and I'd never like seen a lot of people do like spear and board before. So maybe that a lot of people told me that wasn't a good combo, that I couldn't do it. Then I ended up winning a tournament with it, and then all the people who said it was bad immediately just like took it back. So maybe that.
Okay. Lightning and Beatrix would like to know, what's your favorite garb that you own?
My favorite garb, probably I like my current garb a lot. I wasn't wearing it at the maze, but it's that like really short sleeve, like the no sleeve black and white garb. It's just really drapey. I really like that garb.
Yeah.
I miss my old garb a lot, but I can't find the white shirt I used to wear. It's the one that's in the image that you posted on Facebook.
Okay. All right.
I have no idea where that shirt went.
That's rough. Kenji would like to know, speaking of the photo on Facebook, is that a Keyblade?
Yes.
Did you make it?
No, I did not make it.
Ooh, okay. Master Owl Kenjin would like to was going to give some props out to the person who made it. Is there a shout out there? Do we have the
Nerian made that, actually. Nerian and his wife Silent both made that for me.
Okay, fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Kenjin, there you go. If you were looking for someone to give props to, there it is. Kenjin would also like to know, do you have a story to how your persona acquired such a weapon?
Yeah, I kind of came up with something for this. So that whole thing I was talking about earlier, how like started with like the demon inside sort of thing. I guess the reason I have a Keyblade is because my character is trying to fight his way back into the light to kind of redeem himself and like rid himself of this demon or kind of conquer it. So he was gifted a Keyblade to kind of help with his journey.
All right. Okay. All right. That probably ties into the game. I don't know. Yeah. Never played him. Deverick would probably have my head for that, but oh well. Still would like to know the coolest garb you've ever seen.
Coolest garb I've ever seen. There was this one, my first gathering of the clans, there was this one guy who came out. I don't remember his Amgar name. It's been years. I was like 14 or not 14. I was like 15 or 16. And he had this like full plated samurai armor that in the back of it had this water pump system that kept him cool when he was fighting in it. So he didn't like overheat or anything. I thought it was really, really dope looking. And I really wish I could find him and like pay him to make me something like that.
That's cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay. So Melody Songtailor would like to know, what is your favorite crafting skill?
I'm not really a big crafter, but with the few times I have crafted, I really do like making weapons. I think weapons are pretty fun to make. Swords are pretty cut and dry for me, and I probably think it's one I've had the most fun with.
Okay. All right. Another bear pun question, hence why it's still in here. What would you consider to be a bare necessity of Amp-Guard that new players should focus on?
Fun.
Fun.
Yes. Yeah, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
Okay. All right. Still would like to know if you could tell us about your personal heraldry.
My heraldry, I actually have it as a tattoo on my arm. You're talking about like my symbol, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. It's a symbol that I originally got the idea from the person I built it to. Her name is Xantia, and she has it's from the Phyrexian set in Magic Gathering, and she has the original Phyrexia symbol. So I thought it'd be cool as kind of like a symbol of loyalty and sort of my own like personal symbol to take the new Phyrexia since I'm her beltling. So kind of trying to be like the new and evolved version.
I remember when Zancha told me the story about that, and I got all hyped because that's so cool. And to see it passed down, that's awesome. That's great. You gotta love that. So we have some questions on KOK that even Kodiak doesn't like to ask because Kato's gotten his fair share of time with them.
Yeah.
Someone ends up saying yes. Demyx back shields for version 9. Yay or nay?
Nay.
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 Nay. All right. Fantastic. Thank you. Kato does always get this second question in, though, and I think it's pertinent to a LARP. To flurb or not to flurb?
To flurb.
To flurb. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. A question that's very similar but very different at the same time. To edgelord or to not to edgelord?
To edgelord. To edgelord. Oh yeah, I'm all about that.
If you haven't seen Demyx, outside of the photo I posted or this video right now, edgelord makes perfect sense. It absolutely does. Zana would like to know, are there any rain themes that you would like to see?
I really want to see a kind of like light and darkness rain. I don't think I've seen it like a lot of those actually. Sort of I kind of want there to be like two factions, like one for like the dark, one for the light. And then I want there to be weapon upgrades or sort of like class ability upgrades based on which faction you choose. And then maybe a middle faction where they wield a little bit of both. So I think that'd be a pretty interesting reign.
A gray, you would say.
Yeah.
Randall's spinning for wherever he is right now. Like Kodiak is not allowed to be gray anything. That's fine. Recent fun that you've had around the kingdom. Would you like to share?
Maze definitely this year was really, really fun. I had a great time at Maze. Always my favorite event to go to. Loved running through the corn, loved jump scaring people. One of my best events.
Yeah, I actually had the honor of putting the Saturday games together and got so many compliments about how they were. It made me super happy.
They were really fun games.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Good stuff. Morgan would like to know, what's your favorite Amp-Guard event?
Either Gathering or Maze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenjin would like to know, what does your perfect Amp-Guard event look like?
A lot of good wax, a lot of like funny stories involved, and just an overall good time with friends.
Okay. All right. Any specific location, or does it not really matter where the location is?
It doesn't really matter where it is as long as I'm having a good time.
All right. Okay. Stillhead wants to know your thoughts on the non-men's tournament that we put in the Kapora during COVID.
I think I like the idea of a non-men's tournament. I think it's really helpful for the people out there who kind of want to go fight in a bracket that they feel like more comfortable in or think they can dominate a little bit better in. And I think it's an overall good thing.
Awesome. Good. Blairo would like you to give us the story of your favorite Amp-Guard memory.
I think my favorite Amp-Guard memory, there was this one time at either my first or second maze, I think. I was running at Xantia down this like long just hallway between the corn, right? And I saw she was by herself and she's fighting Necromancer. I was like, oh, now's my chance. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna jump her. And then as soon as I took like 2 steps at her, I just hear a bunch of like rustling in the like corn beside me on both sides. And then I take a step back and just hear it following me. I just turned around and just started booking it the other way, and it was like a horror movie. Just the corn just following me, and then all these people just jump out, and they're all her gummies, and they just hunted me down. It was probably one of the funniest things I've ever encountered.
That's great. That's great. I love that. Zancha would like to know, you know Zancha at this point, I think. Yeah. What do you want to accomplish in the next few years of your AMP career?
I definitely want to improve my fighting and see if I can get a couple more Orders of the Warrior. Hopefully, I put some good work in on trying to get Sword Knight one day. It's my overall goal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Cool. So what order are you at currently?
I'm at 5.
There you go. Look at that. Striving. Sir Smiley would like to know, what's the greatest lesson that you've learned now that you wish you learned then?
To take advice. Whenever I was first starting, I think I was kind of a little reluctant to taking advice from some of the like older amp guarders and some things they're trying to teach me. I think I forgot a lot of it too. I'm definitely way more open to advice, I feel now, and try to take as much like amp guard information in from the elders as I can.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. You got to know when to get the information from people who've been playing. You got to also be leery because Amp Guard is an evolving game, and at one point it was worse off than it is now, and in the future it will be better than it is today. Yeah. So but taking the advice as it comes. Damon Lee would like to know: are you excited to be back to playing in person?
Yes, very much so.
Of course you
are. Missed it all COVID. I was so happy when I could finally come back and play.
Yeah. And during COVID, we did have an opportunity to do some relic building as part of our online stuff. And you mentioned having like growing powers and whatnot. And I feel like bringing the relic building back would be something you could do there, but everyone would have something. And that means everyone is going to be slightly more powerful than they once were. So, but, Demyx, are you in any fighting companies or households?
I'm really into the COA. I'm currently part of the COA. I really like the Wheel too. I think the Wheel's a pretty cool fighting company. Whenever I was younger, I really wanted to be a part of the Wheel. But now I'm kind of striving to make my own fighting company that I hope could make this like blossom into this new big thing, kind of like what the Wheel is today.
Awesome. Okay. Well, so Elikar would like to ask a question about the COA. And why is the COA the best household in Amtgard?
Unicorn killers. I love the unicorn hunting.
I don't. Have you heard the story of my first encounter with the Church of Apocalypse? Okay. GOTC. We're playing a battle game where we have to escort a unicorn
right
across the entire field and get it back safely and whatever. Right. And Balder is on our team.
Oh no.
And then Balder found out that it was a unicorn. So we're about, I don't know, 7/8 of the way through our quest, and Balder breaks off a stick on the ground and stabs the unicorn. And like pops this inflatable unicorn in our arms. And just that we have no idea what's going on. We're like, wait a minute, huh? And it's our first GOTC. We're still learning the game as it is, and Balder is just taking a stick to this inflatable unicorn, and he is happier than he could have ever have been. Yeah, that was my first experience with a COA.
That sounds great. I wish I could have seen that.
Oof, you would have seen the shock on my face and just been like, is Kodiak okay?
Yeah.
All right. Shroudstar asked a question a very long time ago, and I love it. We're going to ask it here. If you could create a ladder award in Amtgard that doesn't already exist, what would it be for, and what would you call it?
That's a tough one. I want there to be an edge award, like whoever like has the edgiest garb or could like fight the edgiest or roleplay the edgiest, and then probably call it the Order of the Night.
Not K.
No, like night, like a moon or something, like Order the Moon or Order of the Night. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Not Order of the Edge. Okay, all right.
I think I want to give it a little bit of taste.
Fair enough. If you could change one rule in Amtgard right now, what would it be and why?
I'd probably want to change probably how some of the spell balls function. I wish there was a little bit more kind of diversity with them. I think I'd probably want to add in like 1 or 2 different spell balls, and that'd probably be about it.
Yeah. Healing spell ball.
Yes, definitely.
I want to make an artificer, a KOK exclusive here. Kodiak wants to play an artificer. All of my friends know that, but and having ranged healing and the ability to steal enchantments off people and grant them to other people.
That'd be really cool.
Or putting magic abilities on weapons and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I want.
Definitely.
So Zansha would like to know, what would you like to see Amtgard accomplish or change in the next few years?
I'm really looking forward to what V9 is going to have to offer. So I heard they're going to be putting, this might not be true, but I heard they're going to be putting martial classes. They're going to give them like archetypes, kind of like how magic classes get. I'm really looking forward to see how they accomplish that and what they're going to do with that.
Yeah. So I hope that's true. I hope they found a way to make skills viable.
Yeah.
I really want to see an opportunity for us to create your class where you have to show what your class is before you play it, but you can just play, like Deverick and I are looking at Alliance right now, to an Alliance LARP, and it's essentially what it is you just create whatever you want with some kind of boundaries. But so let's do a little deep dive into some of the stuff that you know about. Okay. What are some changes that you would like to make to Druid and or Assassin?
Back to the martial archetypes. I really think Assassin should get some archetypes in it. I think Assassin could really be extra powerful with that. I've been playing Assassin more recently with my sword and crossbow, and it's been probably one of the most fun experiences I've had with any martial class. As for Druid, I kind of agree with people that it should be nerfed just a tad bit. Whenever I play Druid, I feel just a smidge broken, kind of just running around with all these enchantments, like going AON Summoner and just dominating a field with those.
I would, my first step anytime anyone asks me about Druid is to just remove Ranger. So, equipment is very hard for you to get as a Druid, but you're still, you still have the capability of putting the enchantments on yourself. Giving Ranger to like Scout, that was always been my thing, but that's probably not where it'll go. That's fine. No one ever listens to Kodiak anyways.
I'll listen to you, homie.
Oh, Demyx. Oh, you get a hug next time. Well, a 6 feet hug just in case, because I don't want to offend. So you are from one of the biggest parks in Amtgard currently. Still would like to know if you could tell us 5 up and comers.
I think Charisma's a pretty good up and comer. He's been working real hard, and he gets a lot of good like sneak attacks in. At the maze, I would constantly run through the corn in stone form, and then I don't know how, he would just be there hiding. And whenever I would stone form, he'd pop out behind whoever was rushing me and just maul them. It was the most beautiful thing I've seen. Along with Apple's been working really hard. He's gotten a lot of armor for a new person. I don't think I've ever seen a new person Amtgard put that much effort into getting armor before and being as tanky as him. Let's see who else. Ifrit's been working pretty hard. He uses this shield that's twice the size of his body. It makes him one of the hardest people to fight. I swear. Me and Alucard just had to keep shooting his sword out of his hands. That's all we can really do. We just couldn't hurt him at all.
Right.
Let's see who else. Sarai is this new people specifically, or just people who are kind of rising?
Well, up and comers. I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Sarai's been working really hard. I think she uses like flail and board a lot and just demolishes with it. I cannot go toe to toe with her with that combo. It is really good, and she worked really hard to get there with that. And then Raz, he's kind of new. He hasn't been at our park too long. I think he came out, I don't know, like either a year or like a month ago, or not, a couple months ago. And he's been really hard to fight. He's a really good fighter.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I've always had a hard time going toe to toe with him too. Yeah,
Raziel and I fought in the 4 and under at GOTC 2 years ago, and he placed with me, and yeah, he's just lots of fun. I like whenever I visit and we see each other, it's always, he's a good person. Good list, good 5. I like it. So let's talk about the other end of that. You're talking about people that are up and coming, that are going to make a name for themselves in Amtgard. Who are some people that you look up to?
I definitely look up to Xancha. Xancha is probably one of the biggest people I look up to. I want to, whenever I get a healer sash, I want to try and copy a lot of her builds for healer and kind of copy what she does, her playstyle. Looks really fun. And she's definitely taught me the most about Amgard than anyone else. So definitely looking up to her.
Okay.
Look up to Balder as well. Balder's been a really big inspiration for me.
Yeah, Boulders, both great people.
Yeah.
And big time. I love having those people around. Okay, last question before we get to the most serious of questions, Demyx. They get very difficult after this one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Still would like to know what's your thoughts on Battle Knight?
Battle Knight. Is that like for the orders of the battle?
Yeah, so Order of the Battle, it was confirmed the day after Maze that Order of the Battles to Battle Knight is its own path. It's a fifth path in Amgard now.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's really good. I'm glad to hear that they've added a new way for people to become knights. I think it's real good that people could do battle games and become a knight and not just like focus tournaments. So that way they have a little bit more power in their class and not just so much like their physical abilities. So yeah, I think it's a good idea.
There you go. Okay. All right. Demyx, we're at the toughest questions. We call them the funny questions. We're going to start with Sir Alucard, and he's coming out the gate hot. When are you going to get a haircut?
Probably like a week or two, hopefully. I've been debating if I should get one. I was real on the fence about it, but I think I'm going to go get a haircut.
Yeah.
Not cutting it short, though. Just trimmed.
Just cut the undersides. Just keep rocking.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do. The sides are really short right now. This is all just the top hair. That's it. All of this.
For sure. Still would like to know, what's the coolest dog you've ever seen?
Coolest dog I've ever seen? Either the pug that Skeevy J's been bringing out, or this dog I used to know named Balthazar. He's unfortunately no longer with us, but I love that dog. He was a really cool dog.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Demyx, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus. Okay. All right. And still would like to know, what's the best kind of dragon?
Best kind of dragon? I'm really into black dragons. I think black dragons are probably my favorite.
Okay. You just keep continuing to scream edgelord.
It's part of me.
What about your favorite fictional knight?
My favorite, I really like I can't remember his name. I feel bad. Wow, it's I swear it's spacing me. I literally was just thinking about this guy earlier. He was with Arthur. I can't remember his name for the life of me. He was one of the knights of the Round Table. It was Lancelot. There we go. I really like Lancelot. Yeah, love Lancelot.
Okay. All right. Zachary would like to know, what's the best fictional or non-fictional sword name?
Either Galantine or Clairant. I like both of those names a lot.
All right. Deverick would like to know, how does Demyx feel about Kingdom Hearts?
I love Kingdom Hearts. I've been playing since I was a toddler. I'm still playing it to this day, replaying through the second one on my PC not too long ago, actually. So yeah, love that game.
I'll let Deverick know that you said that I believe is the correct answer. I didn't know that whatever. I haven't played any of them, and he doesn't seem to mind that.
Yeah.
Sir Smiley would like to know, what's your favorite book of all time?
My favorite book of all time is either Inferno or Hatchet. Hatchet is the story. It's kind of about this boy who's on a plane to go visit his father in Canada, I think. And then halfway there, he crashes in the middle of the woods and the pilot he's with dies. So he has to survive in the wilderness all by himself. And it's just this tale of his grueling journey, kind of just trying to survive and like figuring things out. And he just kind of becomes this pro survival like expert by the end of it. And I used to watch like a lot of Bear Grylls as a kid. So real tied into that hobby of survival and things like that for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Demyx, do you play Magic the Gathering?
Yes.
Okay. What's your colors?
Either just like a combination of white, red, or black. Those are my three favorite colors.
Oh, okay. All right. Little Boris. Okay. Okay. All right. Demyx, what is your favorite color overall?
Black.
He's really buying into that edgelord, folks. Like, yeah. Okay.
Love zombies.
Demyx, is Kodiak more of a Jedi or a Sith?
Jedi.
Oh, shucks. Thanks. All right. Amtgard is making a live action movie. Who is playing Demyx?
Tom Holland.
Okay. And when Tom Holland comes on screen as Demyx, what song is playing?
It's a tough one. Probably. I can't remember the name of it. That song by Led Zeppelin. They played it in Thor Ragnarok. I can't remember the name of it.
The song played by from Led Zeppelin in Thor Ragnarok.
It's I feel bad. It's like one of my favorite songs. I can't remember it. Either that or Symmetry by Title Fight.
Okay, Synergy. Okay, that works. All right, we're in a different universe. There's no movie being made, but everyone has a superpower. What's your superpower?
I've always dreamed of having the superpower being like to manifest a weapon that could cut through anything. Like the blade is just coated in this sort of kind of like black hole-ish matter that could literally just eat away at any matter it touches. So it's kind of just like a super butcher knife.
Oh yeah, I like that. Still would like to know, what's your favorite conspiracy, and what's your favorite Amtgard conspiracy?
I don't really know, actually. I don't really think about conspiracies a whole lot. And I don't even know of any Amtgard conspiracies, so I have no idea.
The bliss of not knowing. Okay, all right, that's fine. Lightning would like to know, would you rather adopt 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
One horse-sized duck sounds easier to manage.
Okay. Well, would like to know, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or a duck-sized horse?
Duck-sized horse.
Okay. Demyx, are birds real?
Yes.
Okay. So yes. Okay.
I hope so.
Freya would like to know, what drink is better than Mountain Dew?
Coke.
No, I don't think that's true, Demyx. I don't know if anyone's told you, but okay. Question for the household, this household specifically. What is better, Code Red or Baja Blast?
Code Red all the way.
Code Red is the right answer, Demyx. Oh, yes. Devrick's over on the couch getting very upset right now because he is wrong. Sir Nikolai would like to know, what's your favorite drink?
Pitch Black Mountain Dew. That is my favorite drink.
Pitch Black.
Okay. I rarely see it sold anywhere, but when I do find it, I get a lot of it. I love that stuff.
Okay. And Nikolai also wants to check for your health. When's the last time you drank water?
Like 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay. All right. We got some either ors for you, Demyx. Just give me the either or the or here. Apple juice or orange juice?
Orange juice.
Okay. Hot dog. Is it a sandwich or a taco?
Taco.
What happens when the bread breaks?
It's just a broken taco.
It's just a broken taco. All right.
Yeah.
Ice cream or custard?
Ice cream.
Okay. Waffle or pancakes?
Waffle.
Okay. Demyx, how much is too much to spend on breakfast?
Probably $30. See, $30 is a really expensive breakfast.
Okay. Favorite addition to a bowl of yogurt?
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears. I've never done that. Okay. All right. I have to try that out. Morgan would like to know, is oatmeal a soup?
No.
Okay. Does Tajima deserve Sonic? He's your new king. Be careful.
Does he deserve what?
Sonic.
Sonic? Yes.
Yeah, he does. All right. Tajima, he deserves Sonic. We have 4 more questions left, Demyx. Morgan would like to know, what is the square root of a bowl of oatmeal?
Grits.
Grits is the square root of a bowl of oatmeal. Okay. Morgan would like to know, can you, with as much detail as possible, explain what the color of the letter F smells like?
Smells a little like kind of like really burnt toast.
Burnt toast.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Morgan would like to know, if you can meet anyone in history, who would it be and why? Is it Freddie Mercury?
Are you asking why is it Freddie Mercury, or are you asking why and is it Fred Mercury?
Well, I mean, if it is Freddie Mercury, tell me why. And if it's not Freddie Mercury, tell me who it is and why.
Oh, okay. I probably want to meet Muhammad Ali, the boxer. I used to grow up and my stepdad told me a lot of stories about him and his like perseverance becoming a boxer. And it was really motivational for me. So I always wanted to talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Demyx, last question. Let me catch my breath. If it takes a chicken and a half, a day and a half to lay an egg and a half, how long would it take a grasshopper with a wooden leg to kick the seed out of a dill pickle?
2 hours.
2 hours. Demyx, thank you so much for coming on tonight. If you could just bear with us through some announcements, we'll say our goodbyes. Dragon's fine. We did it. We're into the next reign. Tajima's the king. Freya's a regent. Redbeard's a GMR. Morgan moved over to champion. Kenjin is still the prime minister. We have a new knight. We have many more masters. And now we're all going to travel to the Burning Lands this weekend to go to their kingdom event. So you should do that too. There's going to be a tournament. There's going to be an artisans thing there. But our friends from the Burning Lands were kind enough to come make it to our end drain. You should try to make your way to their end drain as well. The king had put out in a message last week that if your park is looking to make bids for mid-range or end drain, you should start putting those bids together now. Talk to your local monarchy team to get that set up. I plugged it last week because I was told I should plug it. If you're not watching Kingdom of Kodiak live, you should be going over to YouTube. Yang has been doing a fantastic job of getting all of these videos set up over there so that they're available for anyone, and you can watch any episode you want at any time. Demyx, you got anything you'd like to say?
No, I'm good.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Of course, I will be in Albuquerque Sunday through Thursday, so maybe we'll see each other at some point.
Hopefully.
And if not, next one's on me. But until next time, this has been Kingdom of Kodiak, and I'm Kodiak. Goodbye.